Man Cave has upset the #1 seed, Valor United, and has also beaten No Future. Going into map #1, we will be heading on to Ascent. I am joined by Jayen, who will be my co-caster for the day. Jayen, what are you thinking about these picks so far?
Looking at these picks, I mean, pretty standard stuff here. As you can see, left side, they've already picked basically all of their composition. 2 Initiator, 1 Sentinel, very standard stuff. And going for 1 Smokes, not going for as many sneaky plays as you might normally see. But on the right side, looks like we have a very similar comp, the double Initiator possibly, but different Initiators. That is Sova, Sky, more info reliant. Actually, Fade and KO, both also info reliant, but perhaps more gameplay setup with those ultimates in the null command and also the nightfall. But here we go, loading into the match now. What are you expecting from both these teams?
Yeah, we are, like you mentioned, we are seeing 2 initiators on both sides, but we're actually seeing 2 different initiators on both sides. For Chromosome 21, we have the KO and then the Fade. And then if you look over to TMZ, you will see the Sky with the Sova as well. So a little bit of a different combination there. Obviously, a very defender-sided map. We're going to see a Killjoy on both sides. It might just come down to who's more coordinated in the end of it.
That is so true. And we'll see here the attacker is looking to maybe come towards this A side. Very strong for that Sova, very strong for that Sky, especially if they want to do a split. You can send that dog tree, send that dog main. It's so hard for the defenders to hold onto that side, especially with just an Omen and a Jet on a pistol round. Not much utility works good.
Yeah, and it looks like for round #1, Chromosome 21 is actually going to stack over towards the the B side as well. So it will be a little bit harder to defend. They are relying on Meat to just hold down the site as best as he can.
Yeah, looks like they'll actually opt in to have Fade here, though. Double stacking on that tree position. A quick dark cover used for one way.
And it looks like they're actually going to play this really, really slow as well. So this might allow them to set up as best as they can on this defensive side. They're going to get a lot of information as well, playing it very passively.
Very passive indeed, and that might be because of that knife that we just saw actually towards that mid position, only detecting 0 players actually, with an Omen lurking in the middle. No information has been given yet.
And Meat's actually able to get the first one, but LMQ's able to trade it out immediately, and he gets 2 of his own. And now just like that, the 3 players are going to rotate over to this A site. It will be a 3v4 retake now for Chromosome 21.
The first flash onto the site already, coming to his gen spot. Dazzle getting another.
Last player standing.
And now just like that, Valis Horde is dropped in the back of sight, giving round #1 to the Man Cave.
Well, what a beautiful take. I mean, they just so patiently waited out the util, they waited out the smokes, the one-ways. No problem for them, just patiently taking space towards A. And you saw even the defensive util was not exactly put perfectly in place. All the players were already on site, and then the util went out. That could be extreme problems later in future rounds during execs. But as you see here, Chromosome maybe coming towards this B side here.
Yeah, and obviously, like we mentioned, the defender side should be the better side for both teams, so you're going to want to try to make sure you get as many attacker rounds as possible. And then while you're on the defender side, you also want to make sure you don't maybe give away a couple rounds that you shouldn't, you know? Like, obviously, pistol round, anything can happen, but in a situation like this, you got to make sure on this next gun round you're able to capitalize. They're able to get 1 eco frag, though, for 2-pack, but just like that, it's a 2v4.
Valor right here, trying to pinch her position right here with the cross. Not getting one of her own, but traded out instantly by Vino. 3K for him.
Yeah, now this is going to be a huge round for Chromosome 21. You're coming into this round, you're going to have 5 rifles. It's going to look like they're going to go 2 Phantoms, 3 Vandals, along with 4 full shields as well. And then if you look over at TMC, they're just going to be able to invest into what they already had last round. It's going to be 1 Vandal, an Ares, a Stinger, a Spectre, and a Sheriff. So definitely for TMC, you're just looking to steal around here or take out as many weapons as you can. And they're going to head over to this A site.
Yeah, that is so true. Hopefully just trying to work up A, just like they did, but we'll see a little bit of a mix-up. Here comes the dark cover, once again as a one-way, but the KO this time, towards that A main spot, they wait out the knife position with the TMC, trying to go for a possible A split.
Right here.
KO already rotating towards street. Here comes the drone.
Yeah, now it's going to be on to Valis Horde. He's going to be met by 2 players from TMC. And now if you look over to A main, it's going to be Meat as well. He will be met by 2 players in A main. Things are starting to get a little bit dicey. Meat's able to get the first kill, and he's able to get out with it. He's going to get traded, though, by Dazo. And now Val's going for more, and Dazo gets a second. And now Dazo with the third.
Last player standing.
Now in a 1v3 situation, it's on to 2-pack. Austin Air is low, but he is getting healed by LMQ.
And this is just such a tough position. I mean, the guns were so much worse for TMC
Spike
objectively,
planted.
but now all their gun advantages is gone for Chromosome, and looks like 2-pack gonna have to clutch this one out by himself, but getting inched from the heaven spot. So tough on him. 3-0 now. He's gonna run away with this one.
Yeah, and that was a round that you definitely cannot afford to give up if you're in Chromosome 21's position. Unfortunately for them, they find themselves down 3-0, coming into the round with not a lot of credits either. All players below 3,000 credits. And it looks like they're just going to invest into 4 Sheriffs. Meat might invest into a Guardian right now, but he would not be able to buy next round. So a little bit of an interesting buy here if he chooses to go with it. But then for the man cave, though, 5 rifles.
Yeah, 5 rifles, and 4 of them are being stacked towards the A side, but such a big fight towards this A main spot. Here comes the knife, here comes the dashes, the flies. Holy smokes, it's a battle. And LMQ getting 1, Dazzle getting 2 of his own, but here comes Mia trying to hold down the A main spot by herself. Uses 1 deagle shot, it's a nice little headshot. Uses T out, but here comes the dart.
Cover going out.
We're being closed now with 2 players towards that gen spot. Now it's a 3 versus 2. 2
Spike
on
planted.
the retake. And no smoke to work with, and worse guns. How can they pull this one off? It's gonna be so difficult for them.
Yeah, definitely a difficult retake. Fortunately, they've already been able to take off 2 of the guns, which is already the same amount that they were able to take off last time.
Placing sentry.
Now it looks like TMC is just going to play this really passively. Mia's already at 1 HP as well. Flash comes in for LMQ.
My ult's ready. The last of them.
Just like that, the round is cleaned up by LMQ as well. I was about to say, that was a very winnable round there until the retake came in. And just like that, TMC finds themselves up 4-0 going into the first gun round of the game. 5 rifles in the hands of both teams. What do you think is going to be the switcheroo here for Chromosome 21?
It looks like the ultimates are so close to coming online for that defense, especially. Their ultimates so good, either retaking or even holding their sites. But looks like this A site is so favored for both teams for some reason. Looks like more of a default spread for TMC now.
Spike.
As they want to
Spike's
play
here.
it more safely. They know it's a gun round. Trying to play as passively as smart as they can, but more action towards the A side. But Dazo getting his first.
Here.
Eek was actually able to trade it out, though, on that B main position. So now it's a 4v4. Bomb is still all the way in the attacker spawn, but it looks like the rotations are going to be happening over towards this B site. 2 players at the B site, 2 players at the A site. It's on to Equal in Boathouse right now. Like we mentioned, the Sky Ultimate is in play as well.
An interesting spread here too. It looks like TMC will actually be starting to rotate towards that B site. The call is to hit towards B, but looks like, unfortunately, Chromosome, they've read wrong. They have 3 towards their own A site. And as Util comes back up, the smokes come back up, the flank watch for the turret comes back up. I mean, it's just gonna be so hard for Chromosome to come back towards this B site. Only Equal, again, as mentioned, towards this backside. Here comes the paranoia, here comes the dog, here comes the exec.
Yeah, and while all this is happening, there is a lurk, though, for the Silva as well with 30 seconds left. I'm not sure if they're going to choose to pull it out as all 4 players have rotated. Equa's been spotted out in Boathouse as well. And now here comes all the flashes. Equa is just totally blind, and he is dropped by LMQ. And Vino gets 3 of his own to clean up the round.
What an absolute masterpiece from TMC. They bait out all of the util, they wait for their own players to rotate. I mean, they absolutely overwhelmed Equal in that backside. I think you saw on your screen, actually maybe you didn't see on your screen, but he got blinded 3 times, sky flashes, and I mean, just so much stuff thrown right into his eyes. And so hard to defend one side in the backside of it when you can't even see like how many players are right in front of you. And TMC playing so well with their information, playing so well with the man advantage that they have towards where they're going. But looks like man advantage again towards this A side.
It looks like they're just going to play it really passively once again. You know, obviously it's a save round, but you're down 5-0. You haven't really had much success at all. In all the rounds that you've lost, I don't even believe they've gotten down to 1 player for TMC so far. They're actually able to get the first 2, though, of the round.
Yeah, and it looks like this A side already being hardly contested. 2 players on the side already that make it 3. About to get the spike down, 3
Player
versus 3.
standing.
As we've seen, but Dazzo and Vino getting 1 for each of them. Becomes equal, trying to get the trades, but not
Spike
quite
planted.
able to do so.
All 3 players are low though for TMC here, but unfortunately this is a 1v3 situation after you started up 5-on-3, you know. That's not a good position to be in for Chromosome 21 after getting the first 2 picks of the round.
Exactly right. And now we'll see TMC is just going to run away even more with it. They have
Anyone feeling
4 of their
generous?
ultimates available with that Hunter's Fury coming very online
Placing
soon.
sentry.
I mean, it's just an absolute devastation for Chromosome. They're trying to defend their sites, they're
There.
trying to get this wide spread, and they're having the same players towards the same sites, but
There.
it's just not working out quite in their favor. And we're hoping to see something maybe sometime soon, something to switch up to equalize these types of rounds, but looks like TMC looking for the same type of play that's been working all along.
And it looks like it's going to be another play over towards the A position. Like you said, Equa's finally able to get the first pick of the round on to Vino. Maybe this is the life that they need. You know, you're down 6-0 on the defender side of Ascent. And now here comes Cord with a spray through the smoke, and Jazo will drop him. Mia's able to get one back, though, so it is a 4-on-3 now for Chromosome 21. And now it looks like all 4 players are going to flood into Heaven as well.
That's right, strong Heaven retake, and here they come. The shots are going down. Equa getting another headshot wall bang. The knife was dropped earlier, but can they get onto the site? 2-pack taking out Austin Air. Will this be their first round? 3 versus 1. Here comes the flash, flinging towards Heaven and Equa. Massive round, 3K on the fade, and the first one on the board for Chromosome.
Yeah, and finally Chromosome's able to get on the board. They win a 1v3 situation. They weren't giving away many picks there at the end of the round either, and you know, going down 7-0 would not have been very well for Chromosome 21, but they find themselves only down 6-1, and still, though, TMC with a lot of economy on their side, so Chromosome 21 is going to have to string a couple rounds together here if they want any chance of getting back into this game.
So facts, and now we see 3 ultimates available for both sides. Only difference being that Blade Storm for the Jet, and also, of course, that No Command, so good at holding down the sites. But looks like the standard spread, again, 3 towards A, 2 towards B. It looks like TMC themselves will be switching it up. All 5 stacked towards this garage position. It looks like they'll get garage for free, actually, with the dog.
You should run.
Yeah, now double lockdowns are going to be coming in for both teams, and it looks like Chromosome 21 is going to be in the higher position here, as this is going to force TMC out. And now here comes the lurk, though, for Valis Horrid. He's going to be knocked down at 50 health, but they're not going to be able to take him out just quite yet. And now it looks like it's going to be a full reset, though, as well.
Yeah, that's facts, but it's so scary. If you are TMC, they have all this B main space, but they just spotted Val is Horrid on the flank, so they have no idea where he is. They have no idea who's in their spawn. They have to retake all this space, or they can hit the site right about now.
Get
And they
out
have
of
some
my
ultimates
way.
to do that.
And it looks like they're still not out, though, yet.
Where
This
are
Chromosome 21 has done a good job of holding this B site so far, but now here comes the flood. Equal with 2, though. Beautiful kills through the smoke, and now they find themselves in the 3v4 advantage. Equal's going to spot out a third as well, and now here comes the retake. 3-on-4 retake, 2 players on site, 1 player in the logs position. Vino's somehow able to get out into B main, but he is low, down to 50 HP, and now Kaiser's going to take out Valis Horrid.
Yeah, the No Command was put down, so here comes the Resurrect. Possibly 1 player hiding in that B main smoke, but Kaiser getting another for himself. Mia falls, and now smoking more like a 2 versus 3. Vino taking down 2-pack
enemy
now with a 1
remaining.
versus 2. Equal can they get the ace? Looking towards the stair spot. Has another haunt available and the C's as well, but a nano grenade gonna stop Equal in their tracks, trying to come towards the site now. Both players hiding so vigilantly,
enemy
towards this
remaining.
side spot. Equa getting the 4th, but not able to quite get the ace. But TMC playing that round so well, playing off each other, playing with the ultimates, and eventually they're gonna get another round, 7th on the board for them.
Yeah, just a really great overall hold. When you're in a 3v4 situation, stuck on the site, there's not a lot you can do, but just a great hold for TMC, not really allowing anyone from Chromosome 21 to even get anywhere onto the site, and a beautiful hold in the post-plant situation there.
Yeah, that is so true. I mean, both players, or all the players, excuse me, for the retakers, they were trying to take this boathouse, this main position for so long. They just have any time to deal with the site, and once they got onto site, they had to deal with crossfires, they had to deal with, like, nades. It's just so hard to deal with, but here comes the first peek.
Yeah, and Daz was able to get the first pick of the round as well, so now putting them in a 5v4 advantage here early on. And this is another save round, though, for Chromosome 21. Dazo's going to look for more, and there's a second. Beautiful 2 kills to open up this round for Dazo.
Perfect stuff. I wonder already how many first bloods Dazo actually has. Maybe
One enemy remaining.
towards this A side,
Spike
already
down
eliminating
A.
so many of the players on site, and Meat being the last one standing again, 45 HP and a Sheriff. See what he can cook up with this, but it's gonna be so
Spike
hard
planted.
to do anything.
Yeah, and he's going to be taken down, making it 8-1 now in favor of TMC.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team.
Yeah, now when you're down 8-1, you really got to find just some sort of strategy or something. You have to change something when you're on Chromosome 21's side right now.
Yeah, and it's just so hard for them to hold on to the sides. I mean, they keep doing this standard spread of this 3 on A, 1 towards B, and it's almost as if they're trying to wait for something to happen. They're even for that 1 alarm bot mid. Impressive with TMC red. Went mid somehow one time, but here comes the dark cover again for this A spot, the paranoia as well. Push is coming through. Here comes Meat trying to push up, but the flash, it'll blind them all, but that's after Meat is dead and it has fallen into the ground. Here comes the dart to try and get space towards that A main spot again. But everyone maintaining their positions, everyone maintaining their posts, trying to maintain this spread.
Yeah, and it looks like Chromosome 21 is running a lot of pre-planned strategies. It's just they're not really executing them to perfection at all. As we obviously saw Mia throw out the flash there pretty early on, just
I've
nobody
got
was
your
there to
trail.
capitalize by the time that the flash had already gone away. Now we are going to see the Sky Ult come in as well. And now also the Sova ult as well is going to tag Tupac in the back of sight, and he will take him down. What a beautiful ultimate by Sova here. And now they find themselves in a 2-on-5 situation.
Here comes Mia holding valiantly to this backside, already gotten 1 onto LMQ after being
player
used to sneakers,
standing.
but Dazo's so swift on getting these kills. Getting get another, holy smokes, he's on one right now. Dazo really carrying the momentum for his squad, just getting onto these sites, just getting the kills, doing exactly what you expect your Jets to be doing. And 9-1 now. I mean, oh my goodness, TMC. Give him the
Yeah.
break.
And on the attacker's side of Ascent, you really can't ask for much more of a perfect start here. You have 5 rifles and you're up 9-1. And they've mostly been clean rounds as well.
Clean indeed. 3 or more survivors, so many casualties for Chromosome though. It looks like there will be an all-out war maybe towards this A side, possible A split coming from Cat and A main, but it looks like 4 players finally stacked for this A spot, and Kaiser already getting 1 kill into 2-pack. Killjoy on Killjoy, the lurk not so successful this time. 3 players only remain on the A side. A lot of you to work with still though.
Yeah, and a lot of damage as well for TMC onto all of these players. And what a beautiful spray. Kaiser was able to take down Equa, and Austin with a beautiful wall bang onto Meat. And now it's onto Horrid. The dart's going to go right through him. He's able to get 2, and now LMQ will finish the round, putting them up already at double digits, 10-1 in favor of
Last
TMC.
round before the switch.
10-1. I mean, just put a 0 behind the other one. But I mean, oh my goodness, 9-round difference. That has to be demoralizing for Chromosome. And they got so many trades. They had so many opportunities. Even in that last round, not that much utility was used, but just that the shots for TMC have been landing more onto their heads. It looks like the standard spread again will be spotted out here, or excuse me, will be laid out here towards the defending
Time to
sites. But
mobilize my pack.
only 2 ultimates for each side, and maybe a retake for Chromosome as they struggle to hold this site positively.
Yeah, and it looks like Tupac is going to be the lone wolf here on the B steps. The Owl Drone's not going to spot him out. And now Dazo's able to get the player on the flank, though. This is going to give them a lot of room if they choose to go into B site or if they choose to go out. Now here comes the Killjoy lockdown, too.
We'll see that the Nightfall was actually used to push the players out of B main garage. Looks like they've really taken again. Now their own lockdown, 5 seconds remaining on it. Here comes the dog clearing close and the recon clearing CT. It was just another free sight. All smokes are covering the lines of vision. And you'll see TMC just flooding again. Dazo towards CT. And all these 3 other players. First marking, but Val actually able to take down LMQ. But the site is taken now. 4 versus 4.
And Val with a good kill there before the bomb goes, or excuse me, before the spike goes down. Like you mentioned, 4v4, and Mia's able to get 1 back. This is another round that you have to be able to string together if you're a Chromosome 21 fan, but it's a 3v3 post-plant situation. All 3 players are posted up close, and Vino's having none of that. Equa's gonna get shut down to end the round, and it's 11-1 now for TMC at the half.
Beautiful stuff from TMC. I mean, it's just
Switching sides.
absolute textbook. 2 players from lane, 1 from market, just getting across. They don't even have to play sight. All they do is play off each other, play off the peaks, and play off their util. And there's absolutely no problem for them getting the trades, swinging off each other. I mean, their gunplay, besides their util, their gunplay, just absolute masterclass. If you just watch them, they just peek off each other, make sure that none of them is dying in vain. And it looks like finally things will be switching up for the setup for Chromosome on this last round.
Yeah, and
Killjoy on that A side.
TMC just off to as hot of a start as you can almost get off to. You know, Dazu's leading the way right now. 20 kills at the half, followed by Vino as the Omen with 13 kills and 13 assists. And then obviously LMQ, Kaiser, and Austin Air all above positive as well right now. Just an amazing first half for TMC right now. And it's going to be a fast A push here for Chromosome 21.
Excuse me, I realized I misspoke that TMC is actually now on the defense. Looks like Chromosome trying to flood into sight. All their players have already made it past the smoke. It looks like the retake util will be saved a bit, but Mia getting the first frag onto the opposing Omen. Vino dropping, so no smokes will be available for that retake. But the plant will be going down, not quite, but Mia already getting another kill and equal towards that heaven spot. Getting another kill, but 2 versus 4, 2 versus 3. Austin Ardazo, can they do it? Holy smokes, Austin getting 2 of his own. Dart ready in 20. Not gonna be able to use that quite yet.
One enemy
Already another
remaining.
1 versus
Last
1. Austin
player
for the
standing.
3K. Mia for the 3K of their own. And another 1 versus 1 towards Ben. It's such a close one, but Mia pulling it off at the end. And the first pistol round, or excuse me, the second pistol round will go towards the side of Chromosome. Just what they need to bring them back, possibly into this game.
Yeah, and I was almost about to say that was probably the cleanest
you.
round we had seen so far from Chromosome, and I almost ate my words, so I'm glad I didn't say it. Fortunately, Mia was able to clutch the 1v1 onto Austin Air at the end of the round, cutting the lead now to 11-2.
I mean, you love to see it. You love to see the upsets, but I mean, if you're a Chromosome fan, see that sliver of hope at the end of the tunnel, but will they be able to maintain their eye on that light? But here comes a lot of A-main aggression, but looks like the read is not quite right. TMC on the wrong site, but 2 towards back site with their save guns. Can they pull off this hold?
And it looks like Dazo's going to be back at site with a Sheriff, and he's going to have to hit the hit kill. He's not going to get it, and Kaiser will be taken down by Valis Horde as well. Just like that, it is a 3-on-5 post-plant situation now. Back at site, 2 packs able to get 1, and meet with the 4th as well. And now, LMQ will be shut down for the flawless round. Now it's 11-3 as they chip away at this lead every single round.
Aren't gonna take one
Good
step
take from Miko. I
past
mean,
this
they
place.
avoided all the A-main aggression, and all they had to do was just walk onto that B site since both players were hiding in that backside boathouse. And it's so easy when you have the good guns. Val taking down 2, as you saw in the boathouse. Perfect stuff. But now it's going to be a gun round. Will these players from both teams have the patience? Will they have the discipline to deal with each other's defaults? It looks like mid will be left up by TMC and by Chromosome. And it seems like a recurring theme from both teams.
Yeah, and this looks like it will be actually one of the first main gun rounds of this half. As we're going to see 5 rifles for TMC, 3 rifles for Chromosome. They will have 2 Spectres, though, for Equa and Meat, but a beautiful smoke coming in. Vino's going to be able to spot him out, and now he's going to be pushed off as this is a fast A aggression here for Chromosome. And Austin Air with the last bullet spray as well through the smoke.
And a perfectly placed Paranoia, probably hitting about 3 players. The Dart as well, since they're all blinded. And 2 players for Chromosome have made it towards this site, but this tree spot from that A split is being contested now. The TP from Vino not able to do anything with that. Equal being quickly traded out though. And Austin Air holding onto this 7 spot. Will start to drone out, will start to retake.
Planted.
The flash, to deny anything but 2-pack, using it so well. And here there's an offensive,
Placing
or
swarm grenade.
sorry, the defensive Paranoia for the site. And of course, the grenade denying any time for this retake.
Yeah, and it will be a difficult retake as Dazo is at 1 HP. He's not going to clear out the player behind him. As Val's able to get the 4th kill now on the board. Now it's on to Kaiser in the 1v3. He's going to go for the swing, and he will be taken down by Mia. And that's round number 4 now on the board for Chromosome 21. After being down 10, they've cut it to 7.
I mean, maybe it's just Chromosome is just
get this?
perfect on the offense, just like TMC was. And you'll see even their gunplay can be just as good as TMC's. You saw the double up, even the last kill, not giving the last player any inch to try to get close to that bomb. 1 on top of Gen, 1 behind Gen. It's just so difficult for these remaining players to clutch out these rounds because both teams' gunplay is so good. But you'll see TMC
Quick
stacking
peeks
towards
now.
this B site for possible aggression, but also Chromosome stacking towards this B site.
Yeah, and they're going to be met by a full-on judge play here now for Kaiser. Posted up very close. He's not going to be able to spot out any of the players, as it looks like it is going to be heading back over towards this mid position now. And now the only mid player there is going to be Vino. He's going to spot him out. He's going to get a tag with the Sheriff off.
Looks like that earlier knife, though, from the offense will actually spawn out 3 players. So we see all of these Chromosome players flooding towards this cat spot, and you'll see all the TMC players trying to rotate as quickly as they can. So it looks like the A split already coming through. Tree has already been taken, 3 players towards site, and Heaven being contested as well. The door going down, but Val starting it off, getting the first kill onto Vino.
Spike planted.
Yeah. And something that I've noticed here early on in the second half for TMC, which we didn't notice really at all in the first half because they were never in a situation like that, is TMC is really playing for a lot of hero plays right now. It doesn't really look like they're very content to retake any of the sites, and it looks like they just want to go for one-on-one positions, and it's not paying off for them here early in this second half.
That's true, as we can see right now, this spot for Dazo running away with his life, with his gun, trying to save it up. It will be 11-5 after this bomb goes off, but as you can see with the ultimates, more ultimates now towards this half coming online. And we're probably going to see more execs as the game goes on with these ultimates, but I'm interested to see how this mid position will actually be used or utilized by both teams, because both teams tend to just place an alarm bot, back away, put a Sova dart, walk away, put a knife, walk away. But I'm interested to see if one team will actually try to scale up towards this mid spot, try to go for a B split, try to go towards CT. And as these ultimates come up, it's so much easier to play with these rotations, with the Omen ults, with the Seekers, with more information available. But we'll see another B main hit, possibly towards this B site for Chromosome.
Yeah, and I think a big factor in it might have to be with how the teams are playing and how they're communicating. Obviously, we see the double initiator coming out for both teams, like we said, and that's giving them a very big advantage here on these attacker rounds because it just gives them so much information and so much utility to clear out all the positions. And just like that, TMC, though, shutting down this attacker rush as soon as I say that. And now Val is able to get a huge kill as he is down to 1 HP in the back of sight.
There's a crazy amount of ultimates used, Hunter's Fury used from the defense. The null command used to get onto the site, but at what cost? 3 versus 4 already. Nightfall is available, but will they try to win this round? Equal spotted on the stairs spot. Such a bad spot to be in when you can be banged out. Here comes the retake, the flashes, the darts. Will they get the trades down? TMC, super well played towards the site. Mia K already at the backside by herself. And LMQ picking up his 3rd for the round. And TMC with absolute perfection again, and getting this site, getting this spike defused. It's 12-5 already, match point.
Yeah, just like you said, match point already here in map number 1. As this has been a very quick map so far for TMC, as we are only 26 minutes into map number 1 right now. Or excuse me, now we're 28 minutes in, and this has been one heck of a game here so far. If you're a TMC fan, you got to be very, very pleased. We've seen very little life early on for Chromosome 21, and we've seen a lot of life as they've won the first 4 rounds of this half, but it looks like TMC is looking to close it out. They are going to invest into this round. 4 rifles and the Blade Storm for Dazo, but 5 rifles, though, for Chromosome 21.
Quick game indeed, and you'll see these quick games when you have a lot of players stacking towards the same spots to see absolute bloodbaths, so many trades going down. It looks like we might see that once again. 4 players, 4 Chromosome coming towards this mid spot, as we just talked about. Gonna go towards this smoke, but it looks like the Blaze Sword meeting all of them. And Dazo getting only good for 1, and LMQ was traded out right behind his back right away. And it was only a 3 versus 4. TMC got to struggle to take, or excuse me, hold on to their sights. And 3 players, 4 Chromosome stacked towards this B garage spot. And will we see Kaiser hold onto this B site alone? Looks like no, as the players flood on towards this spot already.
Yeah, and it looked like, I was really surprised that Chromosome 21 only lost 2-pack there, as it looked like Dazo was in for multiple kills right there, as Kaiser was able to finally drop me. But now, when you're in a position, though, like they are for Chromosome 21, when you don't have any heals, you have to make sure you're playing around each other. You have to make sure you're trading at all costs, because you know that the heal's not going to be a play at all. And now these players are going to have to push the ultimate. They're going to be able to break it at the last second, and Mia's able to come in to secure round number 6 for Chromosome 21, keeping their hopes alive.
What a close round. I mean, Omen on Omen, that's just as close as it gets. Mia having to clutch out another round for the squad. And it was such a confusing round too. I mean, one player with Fade actually lurked up towards that mid spot and didn't catch Sova on the timing from CT. So a lot of awkward fights trying to turn around 180 to fight too many players at once. And both teams were put in an awkward position, but Mia able to pull out the squad from that one, from the grave once again. And towards this A site now, Chromosome is going again. They're switching it up with so many flash agents towards this A main spot.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to be met, though, by two players early on from TMC. It's going to be LMQ leading the charge on this defensive position, and now he's going to fall off to meet where Vino is. And this is what I was talking about. It seems like the coordination in the second half for TMC has been lacking a little bit on their retakes. It seems like everyone's willing to just peek out one at a time. So I will be interested to see on this eco round. Actually, it's a full buy coming in as LMQ is the only one with just a sheriff. I'm interested to see, but look at that spray for Austin Air, leading the way with the first kill of the round. Let's see if the coordination is on point here. Valis Horde's gonna counter it with a flashbang. TMZ, Dazo though, coming in for two more, and they are 2 kills away from winning map number 1.
And this is just so desperate for Chromosome's last 2 players towards A main spot, and Dazo and LMQ picking up the last 2, and that is GG's in the chat, 13-6. TMC pulling it off and pulling it off swiftly in this match against Chromosome. Game 1 goes to TMC. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, and what a game exactly, as we saw Dazo there leading the way, 27 kills and only 11 deaths. We're going to head to a short 5-minute break before heading into map number 2. Switching sides. We'll see you all in a little bit. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication as it looked like one of the players from Chromosome readied up early, and then both teams I don't believe were on the right side potentially.
That is too funny, bit of friendly fire there, huh?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see now if that Yoru pick was just because they knew we were going to be resetting, or if Val is Horde was actually content with playing a Yoru. This is honestly probably the only map that Yoru is pretty viable on, so after that first map only went around 30 minutes, it will be interesting to see how map number 2 plays out if Chromosome 21 has any sort of answer.
Yeah, hopefully we do see that Euro pick. I really hope so. But, I mean, Euro, classic troll pick. Seems like everyone's good right about now.
Yeah, and it looks like we will be ready for map number 2 now once again. Let's see if the compositions are identical to what we just saw, or if we will be switching it up a little bit. Let's look at Valis Horde in specific. Let's see if he insta-locks the Yoru, or if we will be switching it up. And he does insta-lock the Yoru.
God.
The most exciting thing that has happened here early in map number 2.
Yes, sir. Wait, I'm not sure if the comps are quite switched up because DMC running the exact same thing in a Chromosome. Also on the exact same thing. Probably just a glitch in the system. But
Yeah, I believe what it was I believe they were on the wrong side. So I believe TMC was starting on attackers last time. I believe now they are starting on the defenders side. But now it looks like the compositions will be identical, like you said. TMC running the one controller in an Astra, and then they will be running double initiator with the Sky and the Sova, one Sentinel on Killjoy, and one duelist on Dazo. I don't want to pick favorites here, but I am loving TMC's comp right now. I'm a big Astra fan. Even though I struggle to play her, I am a big Astra fan. I feel like you need a good Astra on almost every team. So I am interested to see how map number 2 plays out here.
I mean, we love honesty, you know. Honesty is the name of the game, but I agree. Astra is very good for setting up these smokes cross map, especially because the Brimstone can't quite with his little iPad. He can't touch his fingers on the other side of the screen, put some smokes, for example, from B-Long to that Showers position. But we'll see how this first attack goes out for Chromosome. Looks like they're going towards this B site with, of course, the Cypher on the lurk towards Showers. Possible TP plays coming in, but 3 defenders towards this A spot. Looks like a big B slam could be towards this B site.
Yeah, and I'm interested to hear from all the fans in chat. If you're playing on a map like Bind, where you know it's going to be pretty defensive heavy, do you go ahead and do you run 2 Sentinels, or do you stack what looks to be the attacker side with 2 initiators? And that's exactly what you do. I'm a pretty big fan of a Raze and a Jet on Bind, but I feel like you have to choose one or the other and then just run maybe a 2 controller setup as well, especially on a map like Bind where there's a lot of close corners. You need a lot of smoke and you need a lot of clear out utility. But obviously we see 1 Sentinel on each team.
Yup, and as Chromosome really get this site. We'll have to see how these teams deal with or use both their comps effectively. But looks like one player, an elbow already taking damage, but not able to get one Kaiser falling, and this kick has been so strong so far. 2 versus 4 already.
And it looks like here early on, Chromosome 21 has had a very good offensive strike on pistol round as we saw them have a pretty good attacker-sided half, but all of a sudden TMC with a beautiful 2v4 retake wipe everything I just said out the window, and unfortunately for Chromosome 21, they find themselves down 1-0 here early in map number 2 once again.
I mean, Dazo and Vino, what can you say? They're looking so solid, just like last game. The top 2 on the leaderboard. Not to look at stats or anything, but I think sorry. I mean, I have so many things to say. The actions just speak for themselves. And TMC, even though it's only a 2 versus 4 retake, they pull it off just as perfection would ask for. And it looks like TMC again stacking towards its A site, not afraid to retake that B site, just like last round.
Yeah, and I was pretty comfortable there in the 4v2 with betting on Chromosome 21, as I thought they were going to continue that offensive streak that they had going on Ascent, but unfortunately for them, they find themselves down 1-0 here early on. They are going to look to default over towards this A site. And once again, having a Yoru and a Jet is going to allow them to do a lot of different things on this attacker and defender side. But LMQ is ready, and just like that, he has the Sky and the Jet over there, or excuse me, the Sova. But the Sova's going to get taken down here early on. So a good trade back will put this in a 4v4 situation with all players for TMC spread out right now. And TMC, LMQ able to get one again.
That's right, and Chromosome trying to retake this shower space they just lost, but already starting to lose casualties, as you can see. And TMC back towards his A side still, leaving just the Killjoy on B. I mean, it's just a solid setup. There's no need to worry if you're on TMC, but LMQ getting a little too curious as Equal trying to challenge this short position right now, and looks like the exec could be coming down. Possible fake. Here come the Sky Smokes, but Equal getting a nice shot onto Dazo in the head. Vino only one on the A side left.
Yeah, and once again, this is another reason why you want to play this Astra. You have all of this space, and what a play by Mia through the smoke. Just like that, it's a 1v3 on to Kaiser. Let's see if Kaiser's able to clutch this up. He only has a Sheriff in hand. He knows that one player is at triple. He's going to spot him out. He's going to go for some wall bangs, and he gets the first onto 2-pack.
Look at that game sense just shooting right through the glass, and both players have been spotted out. Now all of them have a Sheriff. Looks like a nice little Sheriff gun game here as Kaiser trying to make his way out of heaven, but the flash is ready for Equal. Will Kaiser be ready for it? Picks up the Judge.
One enemy remaining.
And what a clutch for Kaiser! The 1v3 that should not have been anywhere close!
Clutch.
If you're in Chromosome's position there, you cannot allow TMC to get another clutch round right there.
I mean, I think that's just devastation at its finest. 1 versus 3. Your camera, your boy Cypher on his own spy cam gets dinked, gets hit right through the glass. And a 1 versus 3, Kaiser feeling himself right now. Only with the Deagle picking up into the Judge. I mean, the retakes so easy for TMC. It comes naturally to them. But looks like 3 stacks towards this B site now as we get back into the swing of things. And his ultimate's about to come online. But Killjoy and Asher on the same site, that is a deadly thing to deal with. Especially with his double shotguns and hookah.
I cannot believe, though, that TMC Kaiser with a beautiful 1v3 clutch still able to pull that out. He continues to surprise us every round, and now he's posted up with a Judge. The Judge in the Bucky play. The stun is in, and luckily Meat is able to come in and get 2 of his own to start this round. It's on to Vino. Vino's able to get the spray. He only has a Stinger, and he will be taken down by Mia. Once again, 2v4 retake. It would be on to Dazo and LMQ for a 3rd miracle in a row.
This would be absolutely crazy if they pulled this off. A Deagle in the hands of LMQ, and Dazo has the rifle, but they'll have to deal with the Cypher cage. They'll have to get past all of these defenders who are playing so far back. 2 towards long, 1 in hookah, 2 in hookah now as that Yoru TP's right back. They'll get onto site, but how much farther can they get onto the ball?
Last player standing.
Yeah, and just like that, they're able to get onto the board, and they win the first gun round of the game.
Love to see that from Chromosome, taking the initiative, trying to just hold onto the site, just like normal, as they're trying not to let any shenanigans happen again for an easy little clutch. But it looks like these ultimates starting to come up. Orbital strike for Mia. but let's see which site they'll be looking to take. That A U-hole orbital strike, very popular, especially in these competitive lobbies nowadays. But it looks like a very big B stack for Chromosome as they come towards this long spot.
And now it looks like Mia's going to go straight into this A site, and they're just going really, really fast here. They're not slowing down the pace whatsoever. And now trades will be happening.
Already getting the first, and Val already getting one of his own, and now the dimensional shift, or excuse me, the Yoru ultimate is available, but the bomb has been shot down in long. The defenders know where the bomb is, but they also know where Yoru is trying to head. But Austin Air casting the lurk, 2-pack caught off guard with his pens down. Looks like the Yoru caught in the B site now has one more output to work with. Uses the flash trying to get space, but will be caught by Vino getting the timing.
Last player standing.
Oh. Vino catching him on the site, and looks like TMC not having any problems dealing with Chromosome entering towards this B site.
And it looked like Valis Horde had a lot of room that they could have worked with there, but unfortunately they just get shut down on that B site. Weren't able to string a couple things together there at the end, and that'll be round number 3 for TMC now. As now this is going to be a full buy round, though, coming into round number 5 for both squads. It looks like Lil Meat, once again, will be the only one without a rifle, but he will be able to pop the Blade Storm right at the start of the round. A 3-1 for this defender side right now in favor of TMC.
Get out of my way.
Looks like they will be stacking towards this A side again with 3 players on it. The read seems to be right. I also see them taking space. Here comes the popular orbital strike towards that U-hole spot, and Austin Air in one of his own.
I've got your trail.
Onto this side, getting another. Here come the Seekers. But LMQ taking down one, and looks like Showers has been gained by the attackers. But Vino help towards this backside spot now. Players entering from short, but 2 ultimates from the side of TMC available. You'll see this Astro wall and also this lockdown being popped already. Vino headshot wallbang and gets another headshot wallbang for the 2-time. Mia falling in 4-1 in favor of the defenders. Vino coming up strong once again.
Yeah, and that Killjoy lockdown's not even going to come into effect as Vino with 2 beautiful wallbang headshots there to end the round, making it 4-1 now as TMC starts to climb away with this map number 2 like we saw in map number 1.
And you'll see that Vino actually had that Cosmic Divide available, the wall to block off the line of sight from the bomb, but they're so confident they just walk onto the site. Vino gets 2 in the headshot, in the wallbang, and no problems for them. But it looks like they'll be confident in their B hold as well. Only 2 players towards there, but it looks like a standard default spread again from Chromosome. 3 towards this A short spot, but looks like they actually have Yoru on the lurk this time with the clone, trying to get some info.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to switch it up a little bit as they are going to go 3A main now, and only Equa lurking in this shower position, only with a Sheriff as well. He's going to spot out LMQ. Sky versus Sky here. The dog's going to come in, and it looks like LMQ is looking to get aggressive here, but Valis Horde is also going to come in for a rotate. So now that is 2 players over towards the shower position, where it's on to LMQ to get as many kills as he can. He's going in for the first, and he's going to get dropped by Equa.
Nice little shot onto the opposing Sky. It looks like the players from B not exactly persuaded yet that it is an A-take. Looks like the players will start to try to get onto the site now as Val is Horde taking down Austin Air from that backside spot. And 3 players now. Oh my goodness, Vino, nice little shot onto Horde, but Equa quickly trading him out with the wall bang. Now it's 2 versus 3 retake. Don't have the lockdown to work with now anymore. But Kazo being traded out instantly. It's 2 versus 1. Mural threat coming out. Kaiser has been spotted, but Kaiser quickly smelling out Equa in that triple spot. 1 versus 1, Sentinel on Sentinel. Will they be able to take down the other first? It's so close. The spy cam being spotted out, but Kaiser not exactly sure. The 2-pack is towards this U-hole spot. Bomb is planted for that default spot, but looks like 2-pack has been spotted out for that backside with the Guardian in the hand, taking down Kaiser with the headshot. And 2 versus 4, even up the score. Half the score, excuse me. 2 is half of 4. But you see Chromosome picking up their second. They have to be happy with that one.
Yeah, it looked like Chromosome 21 able to hang on by the skin of their teeth right there, but I thought Kaiser maybe was able to pull off another beautiful clutch there, but unfortunately 2-pack's able to win the round. If you are a TMC fan, an unfortunate round, but hey, if you are a Chromosome 21 fan, you got to be pretty happy right now. They cut the lead, like you said, in half. Now it's 4-2. Now anything's possible into these rifle rounds.
Yeah, but looks like so many ultimates available for the side of TMC, but it looks like the gate crash actually used off the rip, trying to enter this A site. Looks like A has already fully been given up. All these players towards spawn in heaven, trying to maintain their lives for now as they take. Looks like they're playing for the retake. Of course, you'll see the Seekers available, the Hunter's Fury, Cosmic Divide as well over the top, and the plant is starting to come down. These B players will start to rotate. Hunter's Fury to deny the plant, but the bomb does go down.
Yeah, now the Hunter's Fury is not going to be able to tag anyone, it doesn't look like, but it's going to be a 5v5 retake with all 5 players coming in from that defender spawn, as 2 of them are going to go up into the heaven position, and 3 of them are going to be coming out from back of sight. And now it looks like they're going to flood lamps, maybe. 2 players are going to look to go into lamps. It's going to be LMQ. He's going to be met by Equa, and here comes the dog. He's going to be stunned, and now he's just going to have to throw out the flash. Dazos gets the 1, and now here comes LMQ.
Holy smokes, Balor's Horde getting 2 of his own. Mia getting another 3 versus 2. But TMC have to do so much work to get onto this spike. The Cloud Burst is being used to deny vision. Here comes the double swing from A short. Mia shooting through the smoke, and 2-pack closing out once again. Sentinel on Sentinel, securing another so close round for Chromosome. 3-4, they're trying to claw their way back, and they're doing so in perfect fashion. So many ultimates from TMC use, and only 1, the gate crash used from Chromosome. How are they doing this? They're just pulling it right back out of TMC's pockets.
Yeah, and it looks honestly so far that Kaiser has been the difference maker. It feels like whatever site he's on has been locked down completely, and part of that is being on the Killjoy. It gives them that opportunity a lot. But it looks like Kaiser's sites feel like they're always locked down, and wherever he's not playing, which happens to be the A site most of the time, it feels like Chromosome 21 has had a lot of free roam onto that A site.
You'll see that right now as the dog takes so much space towards showers, clearing all of it, and even close bench in the Sova. Austinaire gonna have to do so much to hold on to shower just by himself. Here come the Seekers, overwhelming this night. Only a Bucky in hand. Can they take it fast enough? TP's coming down, double TP. Oh
now the flood play coming in for TMC, and they were able to take out 2 players here early on, but 2-pack coming in with the Vandal into that Lamps position, able to cut the advantage now 4-3. And that is actually the score of the game as well. Now here comes another flood play. Balance Horde's able to get 1, and now just like that, it's a 1v2. Kaiser's able to shut it down and secure round number 5 with the Thrifty for TMC.
Wow, things are looking scary for TMC. Only 2 on site, but they fooled them. They fooled even me, the casters. Chromosome able to quickly, or they were trying to take Shower's control, but they got easily flanked by the double TP, the flashes, the Buckies, the shotguns. Everything just crashed on them all at once, and TMC able to easily defend this A site. Even though they had 3 stored or stacked towards B, they were able to hold on to A. No problem for them, and now they have guns.
And it looks like going into this round, unfortunately, besides a Vandal and a Stinger, Chromosome 21 is not going to have any sort of weaponry. They are going to have 2 light shields and a decent amount of utility, but not a lot of weaponry. And this is going to be on the verge of getting away from them once again, as round number 6 on this defensive side will be crucial for TMC, as Dazo's able to get the first one on to meet. So Jet on Jet kill right there. And now Dazo's able to get a second before being traded out by Equa, but it is a 3-on-4 now for TMC as they lead. So we are going to see Vino still posted up in this heaven position as well. Plant has not been coming in yet at all.
Here comes another tap. Both players haven't spotted on towards site, and now Kaiser will be trying to rotate over. But Valor's Horde already getting a frag of his own with the Stinger. But on a 1 versus 3, does have Orbital Strike, but not going to be able to use it, as Austinaire getting 3 with the Odin. Interesting gun choice, but of course makes sense for the Sova. Nice little 3K to secure the round for TMC. This is coming down. Love to see competitive sportsmanship.
Yeah. And when you come up like this early on, 6-3, what do you think the feeling has to be if you're on both? Let's start with Chromosome 21. You're down 6-3. How do you think the emotions are right now? You're already down 1-0 in terms of the map lead, and now you're down 3-6, but on the harder side. So do you still have confidence here going into these last few rounds of the half?
I mean, so many of the rounds won, these 3 rounds, out of these 3, 2 of them have already been clutches. It's been so close down to the wire. Chromosome, I mean, I would be in high hopes trying to win this match, but things are looking so close. They have to play to their absolute best if they want to close these out. But it looks like both teams have ultimates to play around with. What can both of these teams make of these ultimates, as Chromosome maybe stacking towards his B side, again hiding from the flash, denying information. But can they cook up something here towards this B site.
Yeah, and it looks like the dog is going to be spotted out very early on, and somehow a Hunter's Fury, beautiful dodge there by Equa, as he's going to be able to survive, but with 70 health now on the board for him. What a beautiful early Hunter's Fury that was for Austin Air right there.
Yeah, not quite getting the kill, but getting info for where that Sky was. And now you'll see Austin Air already running his way over towards this A site.
Who's next?
Hold onto it. The smoke not exactly gonna hold onto the site a lot, but the third gate crash of the game. Yoru trying to get into the back site, and looks like Val is horrid, clearing all of the space backside already, and the defender is quickly giving up, relenting this backside space. The bomb is indeed going down the lockdown though. In the teleporter, trying to clear out towards Showers, but Dazo getting the better of the jet battle again. Here comes the overall strike towards Kaiser, getting a frag and another one for Tupac. 3 versus 3, and this site is gonna be an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, now it's on to Tupac, and he's going to get shut down at the end by Austin. And that'll secure round number 7 for TMC. That was a really interesting ult, like you mentioned, coming out of that teleporter position. It was able to shut down that shower position and force Mia to pop her Brimstone ult, unfortunately. But they did secure the round, so that will be round number 7 on the board for them as they lead 7-3. I was a little bit surprised there that they didn't stack over to that A position. It feels like every time Valor's Horde has the Yoru ult, they always go over towards that A site to clear as much as they can with him.
Well, I think the thing with that is that when the gate crash is available, they just know to give up the site, and they play with the retakes with their own ultimates after being used themselves. But Dazo again, this Jet 1v1 not looking so 1v1, not looking so fair. More looking Dazo running over Meat every time. It looks like the spread from Chromosome again, trying to get space, trying to find out where the enemies are. But on these defaults, they're just getting picked. Chromosome not having so much luck with them. Boston Air spotting out a player, but Dazo taking out on the lurk.
Yeah, and I feel like part of the reason there, though, is Meat has been getting picked off very early on, but it doesn't really feel like he has much of an, a chance to even get in position to get these kills. There hasn't really been a lot of utility on their side whatsoever. No flashes coming out, no smokes coming out. He doesn't even have an opportunity to dash onto site, as we are going to see the flood coming into B, but he hasn't really been put into really good positions to be able to get these entry picks. Fortunately for them, though, they find themselves in a 3-on-3 with the bomb, or excuse me, with the spike down.
Yeah, the bomb has been planted and no jets are available. This is gonna have to be a very piece by piece retake, as we'll see all 3 defenders looking toward the CT side right now. Mia will quickly pick out elbow, but Kaiser gonna get the better of the fight in 2 versus 1 now. Kaiser getting 2 headshot wallbangs, again a recurring theme in these matches. It looks like the Cypher again has to be the one trying to come up clutch. Fights on top of sight, but Kaiser, nice little 3K for him. An 8-3 match point for the half. Not exactly match point for the the whole match, but last one for the half. 8-3 going to TMC.
Yeah, and Kaiser just seems like he's always one step ahead of whatever the other team is doing. Chromosome 21 has had an answer, it feels like, to a lot of these players on TMC, except for Kaiser. Kaiser's aim has looked really, really crisp here in the second map, and it is not slowing down whatsoever. These swarm grenade lineups as well are something for Kaiser. He just locks down this B site completely.
Yeah, and even when they do get on the B side somehow, the retakes are just so easy for TMC. It feels like they always just give up the sites, play with their numbers, retake like a team. Just exactly what you want to see from TMC when they don't have that numbers advantage, just as we'll probably see towards this A side right about now. 5 players towards A short, the dog already clearing out all of U-Haul. Here comes a 1 versus 1 duelist.
And Val is able to get the first kill as well, putting Chromosome 21 up 5 players to 4 in this last round of the half. But now 3 players are going to be coming in from Shower, and that's a 5-man TP. It's going to be on to Austin Air to go huge. He's got the operator. He tags one. Fortunately, he's not able to get a second one if you are in favor of Chromosome 21, as all 4 players really just lined up there.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate spot for Austin Air, getting his 1, but it looks like Val's Horde will be taken down. 4 versus 3. Can TMC pull off another retake on this B side? This would be the 3rd or 4th one. So many consistent takes. It looks like the defender in Hoopa has been spotted, but Mia already getting 1 towards CT. They have all of CT, they have all of elbow, all of sight. Only Hoopa long to work with. Feels like the defense has become the offense, and Lil Meat picking up the operator in hand with the Sky and Vino. Such a tough spot to try to get to 9-3.
Yeah, and this is a really good spot, though, if they're able to win this round. They're only going to be down 4-8 here to end the half. That's not a really bad position to be in. If you win pistol round and you win the first gun round, you're going to be right back into this game. And especially when you're a Chromosome 21 player, they've had really, really good pistol rounds here through these first 3 pistol rounds. They've only won 1 of them, but they've been able to get a lot of kills on pistol rounds. So they're going to have to string together a good pistol round here.
Very true. We have been seeing very close rounds indeed. But as we see TMC switching it up onto the offense now, what will they decide to do? Looking towards this A site and a massive A stack for Chromosome. Even the Cypher being placed on that site towards that A short spot. And the Euro and the Brim. I mean, just so much utility for this A spot, contesting showers, contesting A short. So many fights will probably be going down towards this A site. And TMC have to run right through them.
I think this is where you're going to see this difference in composition here, and I really believe that this is going to be leading in TMC's favor. You have an Astra, who I believe is the strongest controller on this map. A little bit of miscommunication with that shock dart, but you have 2 great initiators in Sky and Sova as well. You have the Jet to entry you in, and then you have the Killjoy to watch flank. I feel like this is going to be very, very difficult for Chromosome to be able to hold either of these sites with a Yoru and a Jet, but looks like they're going to be stacking this A site here early on.
It looks like all TMC have to do is place 2 smokes to get the site. They get it for 3, they get into U-Haul, they get a nice little pick towards triple, but so many players towards that bench spot, and now it's a 4 versus 3. 3 on the defense of the bomb. It looks like they'll be towards the A short, U-Haul, and showers. So spread out, gonna be hard to get trades. It looks like first grenade going out, no need to peek. But Mia getting a nice little kill on the Dazo. The retakers getting towards
One
this bomb.
enemy remaining.
The positions being so closely pincered on to Chromosome, but no problem for them. They'll take the spike, they'll defuse it. 5-8, again getting the pistol round for them.
Yeah, no, like I said, a clean pistol round there for the most part for Chromosome, as that has really been a strong suit of their game. They ended up splitting pistol rounds even right now, 2-2, but like we saw in first half their pistol round should have been 3-1, honestly, but a clutch 2v4 kept that alive for TMC. But these are the rounds you have to win now. You know, you got the hard pistol round out of the way. This is the easy one. TMC is not going to invest anything into this round, I would assume. It looks like right now maybe they'll go with a Bucky. But you can't allow TMC to get any kills here or even secure a round. That would be worst case scenario if you are on Chromosome 21.
Yeah, Chromosome's gonna spread it out here a bit on the defense, trying to make sure nothing is given for free for TMC. And TMC spreading out on their own, not going for some type of rush with their pistols, trying to feel out the map, trying to see where the spread is. Maybe towards where the Cypher is, trying to go to the opposing site. Looks like Mia and Meat will be holding down the shower spot. Will be contested. Dazo getting a quick little shot with the Deagle, is very aware of the possibility that Mia is close right in showers. But now this A site is a lot more vulnerable. Only one player, Val is Horde, on this site with his own little Spectre. And his util, will it be enough to hold down this site? Doesn't look like it matters though. Looks like the switch in bait has been done for TMC. So smartly played by them. The rotates have gone down. Looks like the site has been open for free. And TMC safely rotating right over to their team. Val's Horde are gonna have to make a hero play. In Hookah secured the retake. But no, the bomb hasn't even gone down. 2-pack getting onto the site. Or excuse me, getting a pick onto someone coming to site.
Now the double rotate will be happening in, and that'll be heading all the way over towards the A site. I think I just need to stop talking. I'm giving them the caster's curse, it feels like. What did I say? This was a round that they needed for sure, and they find themselves in now a 2v3 situation, but just shortly ago it was a 2v5, and they are just pushing right into this defender spawn. Oh my goodness, it's on to Equa.
Wow, beautiful flash placed right perfectly above, a little bit of a whiff, but no problem. Dazo getting a 3K in this save thrifty round, and 9-5. Looks like TMC are right back on top with the guns.
Yeah, that was a great round for TMC. That was so crazy. I could not believe that they were actually able to secure that round, as that was all Dazo there, getting the first 2 kills of the round.
Yeah, but can we talk about the rotations from TMC? They play towards that A site, getting the picks in showers, silently backing off towards that B site, showing presence, leaving some players there, and going right back to A. I mean, it's just like a game of chess, putting your pawns, coming back. I mean, the mix-ups are absolutely insane, but looks like more of an A stack now, no more tricky stuff as TMC come towards this A site.
And now, just like that, Kaiser's able to get the first pick of the round as well. And now a dash will be coming in for Dazo, and that's the whole site clear. I'm not sure if they're aware, though, of these two players in shower. Let's see if they swing out.
Swing will be spotted, and both classics will be heard. Will be flushed out or dealt with
Spike
quite
planted.
soon. With the two other players, the Cypher and the Sky, actually coming from CT and all the way flanking short. The Dazo pushed up into CT, no problem for him. Equal being dealt with, and the two shower players now trying to be dealt with. Mia gets one, but only one, and Vino. Nice little trade. Oh, but Tupac with the Deagle getting a nice little wall bang. Collat, only 100 HP, did not able to purchase shield with the Deagle in hand though. Can he deal with these two last players? That'll be quite a feat. One player running towards that shower spot. It is the Sky, but Dazo quickly making quick work of him playing off of the flashes. And again, this precise gunplay not getting any room for that last clutcher to make any space.
Yeah, and it was two beautiful headshots there for Tupac, and I thought he was going to be able to get maybe a third. He knew exactly where LMQ was in that shower position. He just was not aware of where Kaiser was on that position by lamps. He was in the back of a site, and unfortunately for him, they've now find themselves down 5-10. And now it looks like they are going to switch it up, go for 3 players over at A. It's going to be the Cypher at A. And now it's going to be onto Jet and Equa to hold down this B site. Equa's going to get spotted out as well by the dart. Equa's going to fall back onto B site. And now all 5 players for Chromosome 21 are going to look to pinch on this B site. Good smokes coming in here early on as well.
Very few rotations from Chromosome. Already 4 players making it towards the site, and already 4 versus 3 on the offense. Looks like there's going to be a lot to do with 3 versus 3 now. Being equalized, a little peek from Equal with the Seekers. And looks like 3 players will be TPing towards this A spot, but Tupac already here. He's ready. He was anchoring down the site. Can he get any picks? Looks like the Cloudburst not enough with the one-way.
Spike planted.
Neural Step is available if he gets one of these kills. Already some challenges going down. Austin Air getting the better of him. 2 versus 2 retake now. Looks like one of the flashes being used to get space for site. Recon dart. Both players from Chromosome have been spotted out now.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, and just like that, I really thought that Tupac was going to be able to do something there, but unfortunately they are going to get shut down onto that B site, force them to rotate over to A, and unfortunately the retake was flawless there for Chromosome 21, giving them round number 6 on the board. But it was a beautiful pinch for TMC on that B site. It looked like they had control of everything there, and unfortunately just getting shut down later in that round.
Yeah, Chromosome really holding onto the site, playing around again with this precise gunplay that they have, showing in few of these rounds, but can they pull it off again? I mean, even that last round, the retake, you could see things were not looking so great for Chromosome. They had to
Get out of my
put in
way.
that retake spot, but Team C not exactly able to pull it off. Both these teams having their moments, but looks like a big A stack for Team C.
And it looks like Dazo's got the Blade Storms popped as well. He's ready to dash into this site. He will be met, though, by 3 players, and it will be Tupac in that Lamps position with Jet on the other side of U-Haul and Brimstone in the back of site as well.
The flag, look at the Yoru, look at where he's looking. Val's Hoarded already getting one, living with 10 HP to his name. LMQ falling. And so many ultimates were available for TMC, but now things are looking a little more desperate for them. They do not have as much space as they thought. So many players, or so much potential has been put that lurk. It looks like they'll still commit towards this A site with their ultimates. A lot of util being placed down. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. Dazo going up with the updraft with the Blade Storm, trying to dash on the site, but Mia making quick work of him. Here's the Hunter's Fury over the top. Kind of hard distraction. Looks like the Stim Beacon being placed down in this defense. The A short players are all still stuck there, trying to flood in now, but this Cosmic Divide causing for a lot of pressure to be relieved. But what is happening? The play is going down, but all the players starting to rotate over. They've given the site, but now the double TP heads over. Now the rotations are valid, and now all the players from the defense will try to head over, but no, here's the double rotation we saw earlier.
Last player standing.
Yeah, and they're just going to get shut down, though, on that B site. It's on to Vino, who's just into vendor spawn. They hear him sprinting. Horrid's ready for it, and he's going to shut it down. A flawless round for Chromosome 21, and a beautiful one at that. It felt like as soon as TMC was ready to run away with map number 2 as well, Chromosome has pulled it right back, and now they are still on the brink of surviving in map number 2.
Love to see that. I mean, a round like
BYB
that, a
fam.
flawless
Going
win for
Astro to do
Chromosome.
them
I mean, that has to be
Astro
demoralizing
Guardian
for
things I do.
TMC. I mean, they have all their ultimates available, all stacked towards A. I think there was just some sort of miscommunication after that flag. Things just probably were a bit panicking for them. They had no space
Right
and they
there.
wanted to hit the site, but they realized that all the players were already stacked there. So many different types of things going through their heads. And let's see how they clear up their minds in this next round as they stack toward this B side, possible B split.
Blinded.
And it feels like over here on this B hold right now, Equa and Horde are going to have to go huge. And somehow Austin Air with a beautiful Bucky kill. He's looking for a second. And just like that, TMC, as soon as it felt like Chromosome was on the verge of making a comeback, they get somehow the thrifty Bucky kills and find themselves in a 5v3 advantage. Mia's able to finally get one, but it might be one too late at the end of this round.
Last player standing.
Trying to win it with a reverse strike. 1 versus 4. Mia getting one. Mia getting another. Mia getting a third.
You should
And one
run.
player in this hookah spot. The lockdown being spotted out. That means Killjoy is in the hookah spot. The recon dart coming back from the back of sight. Now Mia knows where both of them are. Gonna have to deal with this lockdown though somehow. And Austin Air making quick work of that. 3K for him in this round. Playing very smart. Peeking off of the lockdown itself. It looks
Yeah,
like
and this
one player-
This should have been a 9-to-9 situation, but that is 2 thrifties now on the board for TMC in this second half.
Yeah, not sure how Austin just does it just like that with a snap of a finger. Gets 2 players. One of them was fully blind, mind you, with the Bucky in long somehow. With the Bucky contesting long against rifles is quite a ambitious undertaking, but looks like they're able to do it. And looks like Equal might be AFK in spawn here. Oh no, they're back.
Yeah, and it looks like right now they are having a tech pause right now, but it will be interesting to see how the teams respond to both of these situations. You know, when you're in a situation for Chromosome, you're 2 rounds away from losing this grand finals. You got to come up with some sort of strategy, and that is not it. Dry peeking, B long. I had defended meat most of the second map, but that is definitely not the peak you want to go with there. Leaving your teammates onto this B site alone, and now it's going to be onto Equal, who's going to be shut down, and now they are on the verge of getting match point here.
Yeah, looks like Austin Air and Dazo again leading the charge in this B site. Tupac already getting one for himself, getting another for himself. Dazo and Austin Air, the Chargers
One enemy
already taken
remaining.
down, but Tupac getting
Last
3
player
and Mia
standing.
getting one as well. But can they do it?
Spike down.
LMQ has a perfect timing here and leading the squad to match point. No problem, even though the whole squad falls. LMQ
Match
is able to
point.
pull it back. The bottom frag at the bottom of the leaderboard does not matter. You can still get kills. It looks like match point 12-7. Chromosome will have to pull off a miracle for this to work.
Yeah, it feels like when they've needed a good round, Tupac has been there to step up, but unfortunately, the rest of the team has not been able to get those last few kills there in that last round. But leading the way for Chromosome 21 is Mia and Tupac, the only 2 players above, positive right now for this Chromosome 21 squad. And then leading the way for TMC once again is Dazo. We saw him in the first map with 27 kills. We see him now with 21. That makes his score line for the series right now 48 kills and only 25 deaths. Almost a 2.0 KDR here.
Massive bloodbath towards the shower spot, and all the players from
Strike down A.
Chromosome will be dealt with as Tupac gets one of his own towards A short. This A site will be highly contested. Here comes the Hunter's Fury, Cosmic Divide as well. All the ultimate seekers involved as well. All of them being used and thrown towards this A site. But
And the
Lumi
neural
getting
back.
2 for himself. Guardian
Down
kills.
A. Last player standing.
And just like that, somehow, Meat and Tupac able to step up huge here, and they were on the brink of elimination. They find themselves in a 5v3, and they were like, we are not going down that easily. And they're able to string together 5 kills to end that round. Beautiful comeback right now
you love
for
this
Chromosome 21.
I know, right? I mean, you love to see it. Hopefully, they can pull this back and make it interesting. Lil Meat and Tupac with the Guardians in hand. Not even the absolutely perfect gun to be using, but able to do so with their own brains, with their own guns, their own fingers. And Lil Meat, I can't believe he had the confidence to swing 3 pairs just like that with the confidence that he had. I mean, love to see that from Meat at the score 8-12, but will he do it again? So there's this long spot.
And it just felt like every single kill there was a much needed kill. But once again, Dazo on to Meat. At least this time, Equa was there to get a trade, but I defended him so long in that first map, but it just feels like Meat's positioning is a little bit too aggressive here. It feels like a lot of the time 2Pac has been here to clean up a lot of these kills late in these rounds, and obviously we saw Meat go huge last round, but let's see what they come up with this round.
Available already, the will strike and Gift Crash being used to try to retake the site, but TMC getting the gunplay down, getting the shots in, and taking the map again. Map number 2 goes to them, and so does the grand finals. TMC taking map 2, 13-8. TMC are your oh my gosh, Boosh can't take it away, I can't do this.
So now, like we mentioned, TMC is the Crunch Gaming $100 NA All Ranks Tournament number 2 champions. And congratulations as well to Chromosome 21. They will be taking the runner-up spot. But hey, like we mentioned, TMC will punch their ticket now to the main tournament in a few weeks. And we look forward to seeing potentially both of these teams, hopefully, in the main tournament. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next week.